Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Hello and welcome to the Caravaning Summer Show in Jastarnia in northern Poland, and this is a Bürstner Lyseo 736. It will cost approximately note the word, 75,000 euros, and it is 749 centimeters long, 230 wide, has a height of 295, 4 sleeping places and 4 sitting places. We'll have a quick look around, but let's have a look what could be under here. This has got a double floor. A double floor means that it's going to keep you a bit warmer. You can use it, for example, for keeping shoes in. You can also use it for keeping empty cans of beer when you want to pretend you haven't been drinking anything. You can use it for keeping, I don't know, dead rats in. If you have a dead rat collection you want to take with you, you can use it for all sorts of things. Oh, and use it for carrying booze around as well. So it's got lots of use. The big feature of importance of this vehicle is the fact, I think, of its windows at the back, and shall come down to the back right now. How many vehicles can offer you windows like that? Right, and what is particularly good here, although the sun's gone in, is that look at the view here now today. This is something I normally cannot give you, because I show you vehicles in showrooms or at trade fairs. Today you have a view of the type I would wish you whilst you're out in your van somewhere. And so there you have a boat leaving the harbour here in Jastarnia. I think this really sets the scene much better than, I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love going to Stuttgart and Dusseldorf and all these places, but you have something like this and you can feel it in reality. Okay, the view out the other side is onto the road and car park. Anyway, we'll have a look at that one as well. But okay, on either side, you know what, I reckon they've been using this, because there was one van here I filmed earlier. They'd slept in it overnight, and it was so incredibly clean, I just couldn't believe it. But I've got a feeling this might have been used for the same thing as well. Right, so, oh yeah, definitely, you can see what you can do. And up here, if we can. Oh dear. Right, now I know why they had something stopping that are people coming here. Things falling out, that's a very common, very common feature of motorhomes. So I'm glad we saw one of the negative points of it. This thing here comes across. This thing here should come across. What's happened? Oh, I see what's happened. I didn't. There we go. Comes across like this. And if you want to lock somebody out from the other room, you can do that as well. Separate shower. Well, thing to hold your socks on. And if you want to lock these other people out from in there, you can do so. Oh, thank you. And there's the toilet. And you can lock yourself in here like this as well. So, should you so require. That way you've got this huge space for your toilet there. Right, okay, that's coming here. And we see we've got lots of people in here. So here we have the living area, and that up there is the bed, and you can see there is also a place for a ladder. Now let's have a look at the living area first, face to face as they say in Germany. And now let's see the bed come down. Well, what you have to do first is you've got to get rid of these things here, the chairs, the backs of the chairs. We'll put that down like that, and that down like that. Then we come up here, we put the key in, which is conveniently already in, and now we'll press this here. Oops. There you have the bed down. How far has it gone down? Well, that gives you an idea. You can't really sort of sit round the table anyway. I suppose you could sit the seats back there, but there's not much room to sort of push yourself in and out. But then you do sort of really need the ladder as well to sort of get in. I suppose you could just about pull yourself up there. Whether or not you'd want to, of course, is another thing. Let's have a look under here. So you got there, you've got nets. These nets are designed to stop you falling out of bed. So you have a bit too much to drink at night, you put these nets up, and then theoretically you don't fall out of bed. And there's the ladder as well, which you can climb in and out of once you've had too much to drink. So let's put it back up again. If I can, let's try and put my there, and here we go. Now, one useful feature you might have noticed was that there's a skylight under the bed. Let's put the seats back again. Let's come to the kitchen. This is pretty standard. It's got one of these awful coffee holders. I'm not saying the coffee holder is awful, I'm saying that the coffee is awful. Oh, there you go. I shouldn't have insulted the coffee, they might have given me some. Too late now. And this is relatively standard as well. So you got your gas controls. That's where you keep all your junk. There's your fuses. That's where you keep your water. Yeah, well, what's in here? Oh, that's where you keep your clothing. Right, so Fiat Ducato, 6-speed. I quite like this vehicle actually. I think it's quite nice. There's your fridge. You've probably seen one of them before. There's your awful coffee maker. That's extra. Or maybe they actually knock some money off if you take one of them. Bin in the door. Notice this. Window in the door. Very nice feature. Let's have a walk around the outside. Now, one feature here is the garage is quite small. I don't want to say feature, normally so that's a positive thing. Let's have a quick look at the garage. Oh, and if it's open, it is open. That's a really good demonstration of how much stuff you can get inside. Now when I said it was small, what I meant to say it's difficult to get a bike in there because the bed sort of is at the height it's at. Now what's the solution? Well, the solution would be to get, for Bürstner, to put the bed higher, or maybe one that moves up and down. Let's come round here. Similar size door on this side. There's your toilet and two other outdoor access points, one of which I believe, I seem to recall, has the batteries. But look at the size of this window from the outside as well. Isn't that great? See, look at the view. Now you can see the view from here today. That is Jastarnia port. Pretty good. Let's come around the other way. So that is the Bürstner Harmony line model we have here. And so thanks very much for watching. Hope you found that of interest. I'm trying to get a good shot at the end here. It's quite dark. Yeah, how's that? And so plenty more vehicles on this channel. Thanks very much for watching, and all the best from Jastarnia in Poland. This is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now I've been on YouTube now for 15 years, and I've been doing the van life stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with, and a product I knew, so I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Solbio, and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette, and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem. But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's two types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well. No problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Oh, there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff. But I think with Solbio, we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet, I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea, and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now, I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Solbio, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got these cough drops or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like that, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in the fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously I sort of miss the toilet as well. Sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet, I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time. You think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now, I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something, the wine's in a box, and it got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they in the van, and something hit here. In theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at this. Oh, sorry, pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although I think if you're into motorhomes, then you probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link. But I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland. And you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite. But I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.